Hey YouTube, I am joining YouTube as one of the new YouTubing entrepreneurs online, and you know what, I felt like I had so much to talk to you guys about, and I am a talker, so this is a great platform for me. I think the thing that's been heavy on my mind is to discuss with you today the casualties of online dating. Oh my God, the casualties. With this new world we're in, technology is booming, and I'm from the world where the guy would walk across the floor, see you, and tell you that he saw you, thought you were nice looking, and wanted to get your name and talk to you, and he would after discussing or talking with you for a little while, he would look for a sheet of paper so he could write your number down, because it wasn't very much technological advancements going on back then, but we had our ways of doing things. But and excuse me, I'm really new at this, so I'm not exactly sure where I should be looking on my camera. I'm actually using my camera phone, so I'm not exactly sure where I should be looking, but comment below, let me know where I should be looking. If I should be looking down, let me know I should be looking down. If I should be looking up. So what I'll do is I'll look up every now and then I look down, and then you tell me look up or look straight across. And let me introduce myself. My name is GenX61. That's Gen, capital X 61. Capital GEN, capital X 61. So anyway, right back to online dating. Okay. So, like I was saying before, we're in that age of technological advancements where, dating online is just the new age thing to do. It's a way to interact with quite a few people. It can keep you busy. I look at it as a great tool for entertainment, but we'll get to that. So I really am compelled to talk with the people that I call the newbies. Let me see, the newbies. Newbies. I need to get my nails done. Don't judge me. But anyway, I want to talk to you about the newbies. I consider newbies as those people who are newly divorced or out of a relationship that they've been in for 10, 12, 15, 20 years, and they want to get back into the dating game. Word of advice. If you're going to get back into the dating game like you did 20, 15, 10 years ago, danger, danger, danger. Proceed with caution, because it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. You cannot date like you did 20, 15, 10 years ago. People talk about the game is changing daily. Well, the dating game changes minute by minute, hour by hour, second by second. So if you've been out of the game for 3 months, you're already behind, because it's some man-eaters out here. And I don't mean just men eating. I mean women. They're turning it up. Women have turned up. They have changed the name of the game. And, to a certain extent, men, it's kind of your fault. You created this monster. Okay. But anywho, so newbies, newly divorced, just recently out of a long relationship, proceed with caution. You got to look at online dating as a platform to meet people, yes, but be very careful. Online dating, it is my perception that it's not necessarily the best place to go to meet people. It's not the best place to go. I'm not saying that it's not impossible, because I've met some pretty nice people. But online dating can be a platform for serial dating. You're in one relationship, you're out of a relationship. You're in a relationship for 9 months, you're out of a relationship. I do believe that there are some people who are looking to meet some genuine people. But those numbers appear to be, and this is just my take on it, I think that those numbers are a little small as opposed to those numbers where I don't think there's a lot of genuine opportunities online. I think there's some, but I don't think there's a lot. So newbies, proceed with caution. It is not what you think. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you see, because everybody has their marketing agent doing the most, okay? This is my perception. What I have found online is so amazing because, men, you guys are so funny to me. I mean, you guys want so much. You want so much. And a lot of times you're not bringing all the things you want. And what I'm noticing is that some of you want perfection, but you're not perfect. And, you know, I'm not hating on the brother who has, you know, expectations. I'm not hating on the brother who has, what's the word I'm looking for? Because preferences. I'm not hating on anyone who has preferences, because I have preferences too, you know, and as we should. Everybody has preferences. You know, whether you're tall, skinny, slim, short, overweight, underweight, everybody has preferences. Everybody knows or assumes they know what feels good to them in terms of a relationship. One thing I will say about online dating, if you're not a dater, this is a great platform to learn what you don't know. It's a great platform to learn what you don't like, okay? It's a great platform to learn what you won't accept. It's a great platform to learn what's good for you and what's not good for you. So if you're not really used to dating, I think it's a great platform for that. It's practice, I would say. Practice at its best. And it's a great entertainment. I mean, I've met some really great people, and what I've learned about online is not everybody's really looking for a relationship. Some people just want somebody to talk to. What I realized is that there are quite a few lonely people. You know, there are quite a few lonely people, and sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. I have talked to many guys for 2 and 3, 4 hours on the phone at night, occasionally, and it's just, sometimes it's banter back and forth where we're laughing and we're talking, and then sometimes it's just me listening, just me listening. So what I realized about online dating is those things that I've mentioned to you thus far. And I've also realized that there are quite a few people online who are in a lot of pain. They've been hurt, they've been deceived, some really nice guys have been tormented by us, or tormented from their last relationship. It just depends. I mean, it's my perception. Again, it is my perception and my opinion that quite a few people online have some issues. And I'm not saying that, people offline don't have issues, but, and don't get me wrong, I will include myself in that pact. I have my character defects as well. I think one of the things that I think about when I go online for me is that I think the reason why I was online is because I wasn't really raised, my mother didn't really raise me to go and get my husband, My mom was like, go to school, get you a great job. If you do get married, you know the game. If he decides to leave you, you can take care of yourself. I mean, that's what my mother imparted to me. She was never that kind of woman who was like, baby, now you're 18 years old, you need to go get your husband. My mother wasn't that kind of person. She wasn't that kind of person who said, baby, before your masters, get your mister. No, it wasn't that kind of world. My mom was like, education, good job. Take care of yourself. You meet somebody, great. If you don't, that's okay too. You'll be all right. Even today, she'll tell me, aren't you glad you're going through this by yourself? If I'm having a little struggle, she'll say, aren't you glad you're by yourself? Aren't you glad you're doing this by yourself and you don't have to worry about nobody telling you what to do, how to do, when to do, why to do? You know, I can appreciate sometimes my singledom. I can appreciate it. I respect it for what it is. But at the end of the day, everybody wants somebody they can bounce things on. And I'm thankful that I have some really great guy friends that I can do that with. But, you know, at the end of the day, you want your own. So online dating is a great platform for meeting people, for networking, for developing some friendships. But I would say go into it with no expectations. You know, no expectations. If somebody calls you and you guys have a great conversation, think of it as that. It was a great conversation. I had a great time with that person. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Don't put any pressure on them. And just enjoy the moment. Stay in the moment when it comes to online dating. You know, take your time. Get to know these folk. You don't know this person. I don't care how many hours you spend on the phone. You don't know this person. You know, take your time. What you in a rush for? It ain't like you ain't had sex before. It ain't like you ain't met a man before. It ain't like you ain't been on a date before. It ain't like you ain't met no woman before. It ain't like you ain't spent some time with a woman. You already know. You know, you already know. Take your time. Take your time. What you rushing for? What you in a hurry for? Focus on you. Have fun. Love you. Stay in the moment. And just take your time. You know? You have nothing to lose if you just take your time. Because let me tell you something. The truth will reveal itself. And the crazies that are out there, they can't stay sane for long. They can... My